Let's play quietly. Hey everybody, this is Brian here from Let's Play Quietly, and I am playing some more Overwatch. This time we're on Watchpoint Gibraltar, and I am playing with Winston, who is a character that I have very little experience with, but I am trying to branch out a bit and learn some other characters so that I can become competent with them. And Winston is a really big part of the meta right now, and I kind of suck with him, so I'm playing a little bit of Winston, and I would say that overall in this match I do so-so with him. Winston for me is a character that I'm always kind of thinking about how I time dropping my bubble shield, like when to use it, when to dive in, when to get the heck out of there. Like, to me, he's such a timing-based character and kind of an opportunistic character that I've sort of struggled in the brief time that I've played him to get a good feel for him. So that was just lucky I happened to catch that Pharaoh when she was almost completely dead, but I'll take it. And I guess what I'm trying to do here early on is, if I'm getting attacked or if there's sort of a lone enemy, just trying to use that bounce ability to get in there and finish them off or do some damage and get out of there. One of the things that I find myself doing wrong with Winston is sort of overstaying my welcome. So I'll jump in and then I don't get out in time and I end up getting myself killed. Our Symmetra did a really good job of setting up those turrets that made it absolutely miserable for them to get out of their base, and you'll see eventually they do, but man, definitely made them work for it. And so for me, and that was dumb, I just jumped in and got myself killed. That's a great example of, like, jumped in. There was a Bash there who just melted my shield, and my cooldown was still going down, so I couldn't jump out of there quickly. So that kind of stuff are the kind of rookie mistakes that I make with Winston all the time. But he is a character that is very interesting to me, and I want to learn how to play him better. Again, I tend to find myself jumping in the line of fire sometimes. So I was just trying to harass this McCree, but man, I don't think I got him, did I? I totally over-pursued him to the point where I basically ran into their whole team, which was just an idiot move. Great example of how to not play Winston. But the reason I kind of show these videos, even when they're videos of me struggling, is because I use them as, like, Monday morning quarterback sort of things. Like, I like to watch where I screwed up, and a perfect example here, I got myself in a corner where I was outnumbered 3-1, and I think that Torbjorn ends up killing me. Yep, he does. Oh no, wait, did he? I thought he did. Yeah, he ended up killing me. But like, that's a great example of, like, did I need to jump in there in the first place? Did I need to use my ultimate there? I ended up using it because I wanted to try and get out of there, and then I ended up staying around and trying to kill Torbjorn. So, like, that's a great example of, like, the strategy that I had picked for myself, so. And again, me peeking around the corner by myself with no one else around, probably not a great idea, but I was trying to take out their mercy. And I walked right into Torbjorn's turret. So at this point, I felt like I was playing all over the place. And I was not kind of focused on the overall goal. But again, with Winston, it's like learning when to jump in and when to hang back is so much of that character. I ended up taking out McCree there right before he could use his ultimate. Again, why am I behind enemy lines and getting myself in trouble? I should have been out of there by now. I do the same thing with Diva a lot, where I will charge in and not get out of there in time. And I am way behind enemy lines, and that ultimate was alright. I mean, I got 2 kills out of it, and did I get... Oh, maybe 3. Okay, so that's not bad. Especially because Winston's ultimate is not necessarily a huge kind of damage dealing, killing ultimate, but it's more of like a clearing people out of an area or off the point sort of ultimate. I was pretty proud of myself for a second there that I got away, but then I realized that I was still being haunted by McCree, who was just rolling all over the place. And I ended up getting myself killed again. And Mercy might have actually, yep. Mercy pistoled me to death. So we have a little under, well, we have about a minute and a half. And we've kind of done a good job of stalling the payload. But that, I believe, changes pretty soon. Again, I feel like I could not get into a rhythm in this match. And every time I focused on one enemy, another one came and flanked me or snuck up behind me, and I just couldn't really put it together. There's Hanzo's ultimate. And they're making a push right here for sure. Again, I was actually hoping to get Mercy. And thank goodness that Farah helped me out there, because I ended up getting a piece of a couple kills. Now you'll notice that there's only 15 seconds left, and it feels like we're doing a great job of holding them off, but there is someone who is on the point right now and delivering the payload to the point. And so while we were all focused in holding back their entire team, someone had gotten behind us and was able to get the payload to the point, which was super frustrating. So now they're coming around the corner. And at this point I was just trying to slow their momentum because they were kind of ripping through us. So I was just trying to slow him down. Getting in a small room with McCree is usually a bad idea, but and here again I'm just trying to slow them down. Zenyatta, I don't know why I'm chasing him. Again, that was me over pursuing instead of keeping my eyes on the prize, which was keeping them off our point. So we're now down to 30 seconds. And they're getting ready for another push. Try not to get myself killed immediately this time. Luckily there were two of us in here. But of course, Mercy reses everyone. And I'm trying to dodge McCree's. High noon. I can't believe we didn't get killed by him. And we got Mercy there, and we ended up actually holding them off, which for a minute there it looked like it wasn't going to work. So, overall, for me, that felt like a kind of a frustrating match with Winston. But again, I'm fairly new to Winston, so at the end of the day, I actually ended up doing alright. And I forget what I ended up with, but it wasn't terrible. I think it was like 17 kills or something. Let's see. But in any case, 19. So, anyways, that's going to wrap up this video. So if you liked it, please click like and subscribe to our YouTube page. And I'll be back again soon with more Overwatch.